We have an array of different varieties of tomato here, and one of the things we have to do is general maintenance. It's to keep them from bushing up too much. You need to decide how you're going to grow your tomato and then to assist it to grow in that way. And what we want here is we want fairly short tomatoes, probably 5 or 6 foot, and we don't want them to be too bushy. We might allow some come out, but one of the things you need to keep on top of is removing the little side shoots. So what I want to do here, just to demonstrate removing the side shoots, most of them can be broken off. I like to use a knife, but it really depends on how you like. So what we've got here is I'm going to take the knife and just cut off there, and there we go. That's my side shoot. I'm going to do that now. And this one here, we're just going to remove it like so, cut it off. Now more will come from these little side shoots here, so we need to keep on top of that. But if we allow too many side shoots to grow in our plant, it'll take too much of the growing goodness out. And what we want here is we want our tomatoes to mature. We don't want too much growth. So we have a larger one down here, and I'm just going to take it from behind the tomatoes without disturbing the tomatoes. There we go. It's quite large, quite brutal. We have a small one here that can just be pinched out by fingers, and we have one here and one here. So again, just pinch out using fingers. Now here's another one just there. We've already cut one off, we can see, and that's a bit too much for fingers. I think it's much better with a little sharp knife. There we go. Okay, another one down here. Again, it's coming out there in the axil between the leaf and the stem, what we call an axillary bud. Here's a larger one here, which I'll take off with a knife, and then that's better. And we can see here these ones got nice plum tomatoes coming on here, looking very good. So while I was maintaining this particular tomato plant here, I noticed we have a slight disorder. It's called fasciation, and it's where the stem splits into one or more stems, but then they look like they're fused together. Often you find it on forsythia and here on tomatoes. We can get it on quite a lot of garden plants. It's not a problem. It's not going to make a difference to the plant itself. It's just an interesting point. It's called fasciation.